Hey everybody, ATX Marks the Spot back again with another voiceover of a game, I guess. No, today we're talking about the 2024-25 college football bowl season. This stream was shit. And I just fought this one boss right here in Armored Core 6. So I took the video and I cut it all up. And yeah, so anyways, that is the business. And that's what we're going to be talking about. I am using an online forum and I reviewed some of this before just so I could think of what I wanted to talk about for sure. So it's not totally off the top of my head, but I didn't take any notes. So anyways, yeah, let's go take a stab at it as of this day that Bill Belichick signed to be the University of North Carolina head football coach. Holy crap. Well, maybe I'll do another riff on that, but he's already the oldest college football coach. Okay, sweet. So I may not talk about all of these. I may just give it a K and move on. All right. So now, first we got the Cricket Celebration Bowl, Jackson State versus South Carolina State. Cool. Not a new bowl and not a new sponsor there. This one might be South Alabama, Western Michigan, the IS Forest Salute to Veterans Bowl. No, but the first one that caught my eye was December 17th, which is a Tuesday. Scooter's Coffee Frisco Bowl. That just sounded funny. That's Memphis versus West Virginia. And I don't know if I want to pick each one of these matchups. Maybe I will. Okay, so far I'll pick and I will get to the college football playoff games as well. So I'll go with, although South Carolina State, I think, beat South Carolina last year, I'm going to go with Jackson State in the Cricket Celebration Bowl. And then just because they usually have like a good receiver, good offensive line, Western Michigan over South Alabama, the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl, Memphis versus West Virginia. I don't know. I haven't watched. I think I saw a little bit of West Virginia. We'll go West Virginia. Boca Raton Bowl. That doesn't have a sponsor this year. Weird. I thought it did previously. Anyways, we're picking, or I'm picking James Madison over Western Kentucky. And what's weird about these lineups is some of these bowl names are hilarious. They sprinkled in like the as kind of makes sense, but the playoff games come up real early, and you'll see that because we're only on December 18th. The LA Bowl, which it's hosted by Gronk, and I think it used to be sponsored by Jimmy Kimmel, and it's Art of Sport this year. Interesting. Anyways. The R&L Carriers and New Orleans Bowl. Usually that's like the first bowl up. Oh, and the Art of Sport Bowl. Boca Raton Bowl, I've picked James Madison over Western Kentucky. They're usually making a splash. I don't know how their bowl game time has been or whatever their bowl game record is. Then you have Cal Berkeley versus UNLV. And the LA Bowl. You know, Cal almost beat Miami, although UNLV is pretty hot. I'm going to go UNLV. They showed up to some games for sure this year. R&L Carrier Bowl. Georgia Southern, Sam Houston. I've seen them both play this year. I think Sam Houston, probably win that one. And I don't have reasonings for a lot of this, but there's a lot to get to. I'll start talking about the college football playoffs a little bit, and maybe in more depth, or if I don't have it, then there you go. The Staff DNA Cure Bowl, that sounds like a new one. Ohio and Jacksonville State. I'll go with Rich Rod and the Jacksonville State, whatever they're called. And then the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. I think that's the same sponsor, and the Gasparilla Bowl is not new. So, yeah, I'll pick. It's Florida and Tulane. Oh man, I bet if Florida has a lot of NFL talent, as they normally do, a lot of guys probably sit out and prep for the draft. So I'll pick Tulane because it means more to them. And then your first, man, already on December 20th. That's as we're recording this today. That's next Friday. Damn. Indiana, Notre Dame in South Bend. Holy shit. Notre Dame's definitely going to win that game. And then I don't have a bracket in front of me, so I can't tell you how this all plays out into the second rounds, but I'll pick the first rounds, and then I'll give you who I think will be probably in the championship, and who I think will win. Okay. But there's a few other bowls sprinkled in here. We got SMU, Penn State. Oh, shit, man. SMU's having such a good year. But I think Penn State's just going to bring it and probably punch them in the mouth. But SMU, man, they got that comeback factor. I'm going to pick Penn State. I think they're built better. Oh, and then, oh, man, the 21st down in Austin, Texas, Clemson versus Texas. That is going to be nuts. Yeah. So Clemson, Texas, I even heard, what's his name? He works for ESPN and I can't think of it. But an ESPN commentator say he picks Texas, or he picked Clemson to win it all. Sorry. Yeah, that's what he said. That's amazing. And he went to Texas. It's the guy who has the brother who also is a commentator. I forget. They're from Dallas. They played at UT. So it's kind of shocking that he said that. Tennessee, Ohio State. Oh man, what a fun game. Damn, that's hard to pick. I think Ohio State's just going to run up the score probably. But Tennessee doesn't get gassed easy. I'm going to pick Ohio State. Yep. Okay. And then we switch back into the Myrtle Beach Bowl. I don't think that's new. And it doesn't have a secondary sponsor on it. So I guess these towns are sponsoring these bowls. Who would have thunk it? Yeah. So that's Coastal Carolina versus UTSA. Oh, man. We're getting these smaller schools in, which is fun. Let's see. That's going to be in. Oh, they have to play it near Myrtle Beach. That's bold. Wait. Oh, so the playoff games. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. They get to play the first round, they get to play at like their home stadiums. Okay. Yeah, I heard that they're all doing that. Famous Idaho Potato Bowl. That's not new. Northern Illinois versus Fresno State. Didn't Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame earlier? Yeah, pick Northern Illinois. The Hawaii Bowl. That's always a good time. That's usually on Christmas Eve, and it is again this year. Nice. South Florida versus San Jose State. South Florida. Yeah, I trust them more to win a bowl game. Have not seen either of them play this year. Game Above Sports Bowl. Pittsburgh versus Toledo. I will pick Pittsburgh there. Rate Bowl. There's just the Rate Bowl. Okay, now they're going to start getting maybe funnier. Some of these are not humorous. I understand that. Rutgers versus Kansas State. Give me Kansas State because that quarterback's pretty nifty. 68 Ventures Bowl. I don't know what that's for. I don't even know what the symbol is, but it's It's the Mobile Bowl, which it was like 20 years ago because it's in Mobile, Alabama. Arkansas State versus Bowling Green. I don't know. Bowling Green. Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl, Oklahoma versus Navy. Oh, crap. Well, Oklahoma's been looking like crap, so I'm going to pick Navy. They're probably not favored to win that, but I'll pick Navy. Birmingham Bowl, Georgia Tech versus Vanderbilt. Georgia Tech all the way. What? They had, they were so close to beating Georgia, and I'm not sure Vanderbilt played Georgia. But yeah, we'll continue. AutoZone Liberty Bowl, Texas Tech versus Arkansas. I think Arkansas will find a way to get it done unless they have a lot of guys sit for draft preparation. As Yakuza plays in the background now. Yeah, so I got mad because I couldn't be that boss, and I switched over to Yakuza. But this was such a shitty stream, y'all. So I was just like, I'll use the video. The DirecTV Holiday Bowl. So the Holiday Bowl has been around for a while. It was the Pacific Life Holiday Bowl for a while. I know it hasn't. It switched something else before it came to the DirecTV Holiday Bowl. Or rather, it switched to something else. But Syracuse, Washington State, give me Syracuse. SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl, Texas A&M versus USC, gig 'em. Yeah, Texas A&M. Yeah, I'll put confidence in that for sure. Although there's a lot of transfers hitting the portal, but maybe that's just because I follow them because it is my alma mater. Yeah, I don't know if I guess they won't play in the bowl game, huh? Yeah, transfers probably don't play in the bowl game. Yeah. So then we have the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. Yeah. Yeah, the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. Let's see. That's UConn versus North Carolina. All right. Well, they won't have Bill Belichick in there by that time, but North Carolina's going to come in excited. I doubt UConn is having even a fantastical season. North Carolina, I think, had some strong wins. Probably some poor losses, maybe. I don't really know. Give me North Carolina. All right. Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl, not a new sponsor. That was Wasabi Fenway Bowl. I think that was that last year. But the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl, that's not a new sponsor. That's not a new bowl. And it's Boston College versus Nebraska. Give me Nebraska. Isleta Isleta? I don't know. Isleta. New Mexico Bowl. Louisiana versus TCU. Give me TCU. Pop-Tarts Bowl. Yeah, fun. Now there's one coming up that's particularly ridiculous, and it'll be the next one. But the Pop-Tarts Bowl, Iowa State, Miami. Oh, man. Well, it looks like Cam Ward probably won the Heisman, right? So give me Cam Ward for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This one. Just listen to this title. Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl presented by Gin and Juice by Dre and Snoop. And I think that's all on the logo. It's down in Tucson. Miami of Ohio versus Colorado State. I hope that's a fun game for those sponsors. I know these things are probably pretty hard to put together and a lot of money. So props to Snoop Dogg. Are we going to get the Shaq Bowl ever? Yeah, I want the Shaq Bowl. Because Shaq does everything in terms of business. Yeah, so Miami, Ohio, Colorado State. I have no idea. Colorado State. Okay, and then the Go Bowling Military Bowl. East Carolina versus North Carolina State. See, I did so much better in Yakuza this particular day. I think these were like recorded a week apart. But the Go Bowling Military Bowl again, East Carolina, North Carolina State. I know North Carolina State was good last year, but give me East Carolina because I think they'll come in more revved up. Valero Alamo Bowl, BYU Colorado. Oh man, actually, that's for once that is a fun game right there. BYU's been really good this year. They just, I guess if you're in the Alamo Bowl, you like just edge out of national championship consideration, right? So, man, Colorado could have gotten there. They had some poor losses for sure, I believe, but much improved over last year. Man, is Shadur, is he playing? That's what I need to know. Is Shadur playing? BYU can hang like they did against Oklahoma State. It's going to be a shootout. I think BYU probably wins that game, but it might be a wide gap, but it's going to be a lot of points anyway. So, yeah. So we'll take her there. Then what is next? Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. I can't remember. Independence Bowl isn't new. Marshall versus Army. Give me Army. Yeah, Army all the way. I don't even know what Marshall's doing. That's probably below Army this year to be playing in that game. Yeah, because they were right there. They could have been in the playoff. That would have been weird. I think they would have gotten trucked, but that's okay. It would have been awesome to see a military academy in there. Trans Perfect Music City Bowl. Iowa versus Missouri. Wait, let me think. If Missouri's quarterback, I feel like that guy is probably going to take a shot at the NFL. His name escapes me. Is playing. He's like, I would pivot on him. And is Kirk Ferentz still at Iowa? Only because I've seen them play more. Missouri. Yeah, for sure. Oh, this is a good one. ReliaQuest Bowl. This is a renamed bowl. I don't know what it is though. It's in Tampa though. Oh, this is probably what the Outback Bowl. Yeah, because it's on New Year's Eve. Alabama, Michigan. That's a good one. I think also today got announced that an Ohio lawyer he's trying to make it a felony to plant a flag in the shoe in Columbus where Ohio State plays because Michigan beat them this year, and they stuck a flag in the middle. It looks like it's happened before. It's so silly that they would make that a felony inside of a child's game, y'all. Come on. Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, Louisville versus Washington. I think Washington's been on slump. Louisville. Cheez-It Citrus Bowl, South Carolina, Illinois. South Carolina, I think, it's going to try harder. And I don't know why. Kinder's Texas Bowl, change in sponsor. Baylor versus LSU. Oh, and I can kind of tell you. Okay, so now here's the second or secondary rounds of the national championship. So the Verbal Fiesta Bowl, I would have picked Penn State, and it would be Penn State, Boise State. Boise State didn't have that strong of a schedule, but they definitely are due where they are. Give me Penn State. Then I would have picked Texas against Clemson. So Texas versus Arizona State. Oh, man. Give me Texas. Then I picked Ohio State over Tennessee. So give me, and it's Ohio State, Oregon in the next round. And give me, oh, that's a rematch, man. That's going to be crazy. Shit. I think Oregon pulls it out. Yeah. I think I gotta go Oregon again. Okay. And then Notre Dame playing Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. Oh, sweet. These are going to be secondary rounds. Georgia, for sure. Georgia, I think Georgia's going to win the whole thing. I'll just give my opinion. However they get there, I think they're mad that, their quarterback is out. But, yeah, I might actually live change my opinion. Okay, so we'll get into some of these smaller bowls. Again, Tax Slayer Gator Bowl, Duke versus Ole Miss for sure. Serve Pro First Responder Bowl, North Texas versus Texas State. Give me Texas State. Duke's Mayo Bowl, Minnesota versus Virginia Tech. I like PJ Fleck, Minnesota's coach. Give me Minnesota. Bahamas Bowl, Buffalo versus Liberty. Buffalo. Yeah, because Liberty lost to Kennesaw State this year. Yeah, what? That's a trash loss. And then we have, it'll conclude with the Orange Bowl, the Cotton Bowl, and the College Football Playoff Championship. So where I kind of see it going from there is, man, if Ohio State beats Oregon, I think Ohio State would have a good path. They're going to be tough to beat against anybody else. But if Oregon keeps going, I think probably the same. Oregon's very tough. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They deserve, they are one of the most deserving number one seeds, I think, in a very long time. They just, other than the Ohio State game, which they didn't really make any mistakes in, Ohio State just ran with them. And it was luck of the draw towards the end there. But, Ohio State was getting their mouths punched in, but Ohio State can come back and play a great game. I think one of them would have to be it. I think, because if Georgia can't figure out their quarterback problem, and I don't know, it looked pretty bad. They're not, I don't know if they're saying much out of the Georgia camp. I didn't check or anything like that. But a lot of these teams could probably go. I think Boise State's going to have a lot of trouble, right? It's a pretty easy, schedule relatively. Now you beat everybody on your schedule, and I definitely believe in that. But yeah, we'll have to see. I don't, it's going to be a real tough climb for SMU and Clemson, and I think Clemson could take it there. Dabo's been there, but they're riding on, Cinderella story. Those typically don't pull through, and I might eat those words later. Yeah, I don't know that Indiana can run with Notre Dame at all, so I think that's not a question. Yeah, SMU could probably beat Penn State, but I'm still going to go with Penn State. I don't think Penn State goes all the way. Yeah, so I think in the end, you're going to see, I think it's going to be Ohio State or Oregon, honestly. I think, Texas is a viable option for sure, but they've shown some cracks. So tough to give it to them. So, Ohio State and Oregon will probably play each other, but it wouldn't be in the final. So you couldn't have them in the final for sure. I got to imagine it's probably one of them. Yeah. So that's going to be it for me. for this video. So I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I'm ATX Marks the Spot. Please give us all of your likes, comments, and subs. And y'all take care. We'll see you next time. Thanks.